Imagine walking through the jungle, swimming in a quiet river, or standing on a sunny beach, and having no idea that something small, silent, and almost invisible is watching you. These are not lions, crocodiles, or great white sharks. These are the 10 deadliest animals you never knew existed. Creatures so strange and underrated, most people have never even heard their names until it's too late. Stay with me until number 1, because the last animal on this list is tiny enough to fit in the palm of your hand, and yet it can turn your body into a living nightmare. 10. Goliath tigerfish, the monster of the Congo. Our countdown begins in the dark waters of the Congo River in Africa. Fishermen here tell stories of a fish that looks like it swam straight out of a horror movie. The Goliath tigerfish can grow over 1.5 meters long and has 32 massive, razor-sharp teeth, each one about the size of a great white shark's tooth, but packed into a muscular freshwater predator. Locals say it has the soul of a demon. It doesn't just hunt small fish. It can attack animals as large as itself, and there are terrifying stories of it biting through fishing nets and even taking chunks out of wooden paddles. Imagine swimming in what looks like a calm river, and something metallic flashes below you. Before you feel pain, the water around you turns red. The tigerfish doesn't stalk its prey for long. It strikes with brutal speed and vanishes back into the shadows. You probably never heard of it, but in some African rivers, this fish is the true apex predator, not the crocodile. 9. Giant centipede, the 100-legged assassin. Next, we crawl into the undergrowth of tropical forests and caves. The Amazonian giant centipede, Scolopendra gigantea, can reach over 30 centimeters in length. It climbs walls, trees, even ceilings, hunting insects, spiders, scorpions, and sometimes animals much bigger than you'd expect. There is real footage of these centipedes attacking bats in mid-flight, hanging from cave ceilings and dragging them down to be eaten alive. Its venom is a powerful cocktail of toxins that attacks the nervous system. A single bite causes burning pain, swelling, nausea, and in rare cases, especially in children, it can be fatal. What makes it truly terrifying is how it hunts. Fast, aggressive, and fearless. It doesn't wait for you to step on it. If it feels threatened, it will charge. So if you ever camp in the tropics, remember this: always shake out your boots and clothes, because you might not see this killer until you feel the bite. 8. Bullet ant, the most painful sting on Earth. Our next animal is only about 2.5 centimeters long, but its sting has been described as like being shot with a gun. Meet the bullet ant, found in the rainforests of Central and South America. On the Schmidt Pain Index, a scale created by an entomologist who literally let insects sting him for science, the bullet ant sits at the very top. Victims say the pain is so intense that it radiates through the entire limb, making it almost impossible to move. The agony can last up to 24 hours with shaking, sweating, and nausea. For the indigenous Sateré-Maui people of Brazil, young men prove their courage by placing their hands into gloves filled with dozens of bullet ants. They must endure the pain without screaming. The sting rarely kills a healthy adult, but imagine trying to climb, swim, or escape danger while your arm feels like it's on fire and full of broken glass. The bullet ant doesn't look like a monster, but if you ever feel one crawling on your skin, brushing it off gently might be the difference between mild discomfort and the worst pain of your life. 7. Japanese giant hornet, the flying skull. Number 7 comes buzzing out of the forests of Japan. The Japanese giant hornet, sometimes called the yak killer hornet, is the largest hornet in the world. Its body can reach 5 centimeters, and its wings make a deep, unsettling hum as it flies. One sting from this hornet injects a large dose of potent venom that destroys tissue and attacks the nervous system. Multiple stings can cause organ failure and deadly allergic reactions. But what makes this insect especially frightening is how it hunts in teams. A small group of giant hornets can wipe out an entire hive of 30,000 honeybees in just a couple of hours, ripping them apart with scissor-like jaws and feeding their bodies to their larvae. To the hornets, we are just large, clumsy animals in their territory. Disturb a nest, and they will mark you with a chemical scent so others know exactly who to attack. If you ever see a hornet this big with an orange head and black eyes, don't swat it. Don't run toward trees. Walk away calmly and quickly before it calls its army six. Golden poison frog. Death in a drop. Deep in the rainforests of Colombia lives a creature that looks like a tiny jewel. The golden poison frog is only about 5 centimeters long, but it carries one of the most powerful natural toxins known to science. Its skin is coated in batrachotoxin, a chemical so deadly that just 2 micrograms per kilogram of body weight can be enough to kill a human. Indigenous hunters have long used this frog's poison on the tips of their blow darts. A dart brushed across the frog's back can stay lethal for months. The toxin doesn't need to be injected into the bloodstream by a bite. Simply touching the frog with a cut or open skin can be enough. Once inside the body, the poison locks open the sodium channels in your nerve cells, causing paralysis and cardiac arrest. The golden poison frog doesn't know it's dangerous. It hops calmly across leaves, shining like a piece of living gold. But its bright color is a warning sign from nature. Do not touch. The deadliest animals are not always the ones that roar or show their teeth. Sometimes they simply shine. 5. Cone snail, the sniper of the sea. Now we sink into shallow tropical waters. When you look at a cone snail, it seems harmless. A beautiful patterned shell lying still on the sand. But inside lives one of the ocean's most sophisticated killers. The cone snail hunts using a hollow, harpoon-like tooth. In a fraction of a second, it shoots this tooth out, injects venom, and reels its prey back. In some species, like the geography cone, have venom powerful enough to kill a human. The toxins target the nervous system, causing paralysis, breathing failure, and death, sometimes within hours, sometimes minutes, and there is no anti-venom. Divers and shell collectors are often tempted to pick these shells up, not realizing the snail inside is still alive. Many fatal stings happen because someone thought, "Wow, what a beautiful shell," and held it in the palm of their hand. In the ocean, the most dangerous weapons can be hidden inside perfect, silent spirals of shell 4. Freshwater snail. The tiny reaper. It sounds almost ridiculous, but the numbers don't lie. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people are infected, and many die because of a snail. Certain species of freshwater snails, found in lakes and rivers across Africa, Asia, and South America, carry parasitic worms that cause a disease called schistosomiasis. When people swim, wash clothes, or fetch water from contaminated lakes, microscopic larvae released by these snails burrow through their skin. At first, there may be no symptoms. Weeks later, the parasites mature inside the body, damaging the liver, intestines, kidneys, and bladder. Left untreated, schistosomiasis can cause chronic pain, organ failure, and death. It doesn't kill fast. It kills slowly, turning everyday water into a silent threat. You will never see teeth or claws. No dramatic attack. Just an innocent-looking snail resting on a rock, while millions of parasites wait in the water around it. Sometimes the deadliest animals are the ones we never even notice. 3. Box jellyfish. The invisible executioner. Now we drift into the clear blue waters of the Indo-Pacific. Here, almost transparent in the waves, floats the box jellyfish, a creature so delicate it looks like it could melt in your hands, but its tentacles are lined with thousands of microscopic harpoons called nematocysts. Each one is a tiny biological syringe loaded with venom. A full contact with the tentacles can cause excruciating pain, skin that feels like it's on fire, and a rapid collapse of the cardiovascular system. Some victims lose consciousness and drown before they can even reach the shore. In certain seasons, beaches in Australia and Southeast Asia put up warning signs or close completely because of these jellyfish. Lifeguards carry bottles of vinegar, which can help stop unfired stingers from activating. But once the venom is in your bloodstream, time is your enemy. The most terrifying part? In calm water, a box jellyfish is almost invisible. You can be swimming in paradise and never see the killer drifting right beside you too. Blue-ringed octopus, beauty with a deadline. Our second deadliest creature is small enough to sit comfortably in your hand. The blue-ringed octopus, found in tide pools and shallow coral reefs, usually looks like a quiet, mottled brown blob. But when it feels threatened, its skin flashes with electric blue rings, a stunning warning display that basically means, touch me and you die. Its saliva contains tetrodotoxin, the same neurotoxin found in pufferfish. This toxin is so powerful it can cause total paralysis while the victim remains fully conscious. A person who is bitten may feel only a tiny pinch at first, then numbness spreads through the body. The muscles stop responding, breathing becomes impossible, and without medical support, death can occur in less than an hour. There is no specific anti-venom. The only chance of survival is artificial respiration, keeping the victim breathing until the toxin is slowly filtered out by the body. Tourists often pick up blue-ringed octopuses because they look adorable and harmless. But behind those glowing rings is enough venom to kill dozens of adults. Cute doesn't always mean safe. 1. Irukandji jellyfish, the tiny terror. We've reached number 1. In the warm waters off Australia lives a creature so small, most people never notice it, even if it's floating right beside them. The Irukandji jellyfish is only about the size of a fingernail. Its body is nearly transparent, and its tentacles can stretch several centimeters behind it. A sting from this jellyfish doesn't always hurt right away. At first, a person might feel a mild prick or no pain at all. They might keep swimming, thinking everything is fine. Then about 20 to 40 minutes later, the nightmare begins. Victims develop Irukandji syndrome, an intense combination of burning pain, severe muscle cramps, rapid heart rate, nausea, and an overwhelming feeling of doom. Some people say they felt so desperate, they begged doctors to let them die. The venom can cause dangerous spikes in blood pressure, bleeding in the brain, and heart failure. Even with treatment, the experience is unforgettable. The Irukandji jellyfish proves one thing. Size means nothing in nature's arsenal. A creature smaller than a coin can bring even the strongest human to their knees. So, what do these 10 deadly animals have in common? Most of them don't look like monsters. They don't roar, they don't chase you across the savannah, and you'll probably never see them featured in blockbuster movies. Instead, they hide in rivers, tide pools, caves, and even in the shallow water where children play. They are proof that the world is still full of mysteries and dangers that we barely understand. The next time you step into the ocean, walk through a jungle, or swim in a quiet lake, remember, the most dangerous creature around you might be the one you don't recognize. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden killers of our planet, make sure to subscribe for more stories about mysteries, wild facts, and the dark side of nature. Because in our world, the scariest monsters are often the ones you never knew existed.